Okay, day 3 on the Celica bare metal resto, and we're going to address the elephant in the room, boys and girls, which is rust, namely surface rust, and this is about the worst of it. Pitted. I've had a couple different things on the go to try and keep it at bay, but that obviously hasn't worked. Now, this isn't going to fix things such as structural or rot, which this is a common area because underneath the bonnet fills with water and there's a rubber seal, so this whole section is going to need to be cut out, new metal fitted, which we'll do. But today I'm going to show you how to get rid of all the surface rust. Okay, so for today's exercise we're going to have a container, a couple rags, some tape and some saran wrap. What you do is, after you've removed the rust, you pour Evaporust in the container, you soak the rag, place it on the metal, and then wrap it so that it is airtight, so it won't evaporate. Now, Evaporust loves heat, and the one thing we have a lot of in Thailand is heat. It's hot here all the time, and if it's not hot, it's hot and wet. So if we can get this over 140 Fahrenheit or about 60 degrees Celsius, the chemical reaction will really start to take off and it'll save us a whole heap of time. Now, bare metal, our entire heat, that has been sitting there for about 45 seconds and it's already hot to the touch. You know, give that 5 minutes, you could cook an egg on that. So that's really going to help us today. Okay, so before a bloke goes getting himself into too much trouble, I've whipped it back with the fresh sumo disc, which did a good job as always. And you can see here, so that's obviously there's pitting in there, and the wire wheel is pretty aggressive. So I'm just going to test this area and just see what she does. So just quickly masking out a square with masking tape before I go throwing everything else on it. Okie dokie, so I laid just a folded piece of gaffer tape on that side just as a guide, 2 coats of saran wrap, and they soaked through towel. And now we're going to put her out in the sun to cook it. And as it would happen, probably about a minute after I put it out, the sun come out and that's directly on it. Now you're asking yourself, oh, could this possibly be 60 degrees? I'll tell you what, that is an ice cube. And that is and that is full on melting an ice cube. So that is probably every part of 70 degrees. It's too hot to even touch. Okay, time for round 2. So this was an hour, and as you can see, still looks to me like it's got some rust in it. The problem is it's incredibly hard to tell where the red top coat, or maybe there was even a red primer, and all that starts and stops and finishes. And whenever you get a low spot, you don't want to go hitting that too hard with the wheel, because the metal's starting to get about as thin as a Mormon's condom. So this time what I've done is black plastic bag, a bit easier, 2 rags, and I acetoned it down like 3 times so that there's no residue, because there might have been a little bit of engine oil or whatever else left on there, and we'll see how that goes. Now, if you thought this video was useless, you should check out some of my other ones. Bloody hell, here I try to put some coilovers in the thing. Stay tuned for our next episode where we reveal how the Evaporust has gone after a long stint, and then we'll start to get on to getting the whole car into bare metal and prepping for paint.